Hello! Today I'm going to be talking about children's classics that give me the feels. I'm sorry, I just can't say the feels without quotation marks. It's got to have some sort of irony. So first up, I'm going to be talking about Tom's Midnight Garden. I read this first on my own and then had to read it again for school. It's about a boy called Tom who goes to stay in a house with his aunt and uncle for the summer, and while he's there he discovers this magical clock which sends him travelling back in time. I don't think that most people who read this book cry at the end. I cried at the end, even though I suppose it's kind of a neutral ending, but I found it sad because I'm strained when they find out what's been going on and Tom can't go back in time. Next up is The Secret Garden. The Secret Garden is about a girl called Mary who, after her parents die, goes to live in this great big lonely house in the Yorkshire moors, and there's lots of secrets hidden in the house and she has to find out what they are. Now, I also have read and love the author's other famous book, A Little Princess. But I've always preferred The Secret Garden because Sarah in A Little Princess is just too perfect. She's so good and sweet, and it kind of winds me up, you know, like, no actual child is that nice. Whereas in The Secret Garden, Mary, the heroine, is the absolute opposite of Sarah. She's mean and she's grumpy and she's determined to be miserable, and I just love it. And it makes the story so much better because she has this whole journey that she goes on towards becoming a better and happier person who actually cares about others and tries not to be so miserable all the time. There's quite a few emotional high points in this book, and it just tugs at my heartstrings and gives me all the feels. I loved it when I was a kid and I read it over and over and over again. Finally, Charlotte's Web. Who hasn't cried at Charlotte's Web? If you haven't cried at Charlotte's Web, then you may need to get your feelings recalibrated, to be honest. Charlotte's Web is a lovely, quite short story about a pig and a spider who become friends, and the spider, who can read and write, conspires to save the pig from being eaten. It's not really a spoiler to point out that spiders don't have a very long lifespan, and it's certainly shorter than that of a pig. And yeah, that's why the ending is so sad. But it's kind of uplifting and hopeful at the same time. And it's just a really good book, and as with the other two, if you haven't read this already, you definitely should, and if you know any children, buy it for them. So please do let me know in the comments, what books did you read in your childhood that gave you the feels? Did you like to read books over and over again because they played with your emotions and really absorbed you into the story? Or were you just a read once kind of kid? Also, while I'm here, I'd like to remind you that if you haven't voted already in the Bookish Brits April Showers Month of Feels poll, you can vote for If I Stay now. Is that cheating? I don't know. I don't care. Go vote for If I Stay. It's only because I haven't read The Fault in Our Stars. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Bookish Brits channel, and don't forget we're also on Twitter, Instagram and Tumblr, so you can keep up with all our comings and goings there and check out our Friday reads and all that jazz. See you next time!